Hello everyone. I'm gonna let a few more people get in the room, peep the scene, and see how we're going to kick off our first conversation, which is gonna be hashtag count every ballot. And I see a lot of you joining, waving to you all. I know we're all awaiting election results tonight. And so Rock the Vote just wants to kind of connect with you guys and help understand why we still want to count every ballot and what this actually means for everyone and for the vote and what we're doing about the Electoral College. And I know I'm going to get a bunch of questions about who's winning right now, what's going on with the media, and where we should be directing our energy to. And we're going to cover all of that in a very short, digestible segment right now where we can give you guys information and give you updates that you aren't necessarily seeing in the media. Yes, I'm seeing some hashtag every vote counts, hashtag count every ballot. That's what we're doing over here at Rock the Vote. And that is the kind of narrative that we like to lay down. So I see tons of you guys are in here. You guys are doing likes. So thank you guys so much. So let's really just dive into it. At the beginning of this year, we have been going through a pandemic now for 7 months. This has definitely swayed how we voted this year. And this started after the primaries that we saw back in March and now leading to the presidential election. A lot of us have seen really, really big numbers of big turnouts in different states, which has resulted in more than 100 million people early voting, which also means they early voted, but they also cast absentee ballots, which is a very, very important critical part of this. With people voting absentee, aka voting by mail, we genuinely need to count every ballot. And I know there's a lot of questions about, well, the Electoral College, and that's what works, and that's what we choose our president for anyway. But I'm here to tell you that that's exactly why we want every ballot counted. We all deserve a fair chance to a fair election, as well as restoring the VRA, which is something that we can get into completely later. But right now, we all need to focus on your voice being heard, your vote being counted, which is, what can you do about that? Wake up tomorrow morning or do it right now. Track your ballot. With the overwhelming amount of votes that we received already, not including the millions of people that went out today, all of those need to be counted. They need to be accounted for. And what we see in a lot of systems, which we actually see right now in Florida, there are an overwhelming number of ballots being rejected. We need time to figure out why they're being rejected, what we can do about them, and if they are actually legitimate votes that should be counted in all of our elections in all of our different states. So if you are wondering if your vote was actually counted, what it does to the Electoral College, you can actually go to, I just saw a question of how can we track our ballot. There is a link right in our bio. You can go to our link tree and it says how to track your ballot, and you can go right there, or you can just go straight to rockthevote.org. It is on our homepage because we want your voice to be heard. We've seen you guys turn out in an overwhelming amount of numbers, and we're so grateful for you all. And we want to make sure that everyone has a right to a fair election. I can reiterate about how to track your ballot. I see a lot of questions about those. So again, you can go to rockthevote.org. You can go to our link tree, a link in our bio. It's plain for you. Track your ballot. You can do this tonight if you've early voted. You can do this tomorrow if you just got to vote in the last week. I can't give you any results of how your state will necessarily count it, but letting you know that they've received it is always really helpful, and especially to see if you've been denied for any reason, so we can take that up and we can get it solved with your local elected official. As well as tracking your ballot, what do we do about election results? Because as we're seeing, there's a lot of counting, there's a lot of states being called, but sincerely, Rock the Vote standpoint right now, as we have been the leading organization to fight for voting rights, young people, getting them registered, and generally everyone. We've grown up with generations across many, many decades to be where we are right now, so that we can deliver you guys the most accurate information and give everyone a fair chance. Rock the Vote remains nonpartisan, and at the end of the day, we want every single ballot to be counted. So America is reflected by the people that voted them in and who we elected with a fair opportunity. Again, I'm going to just reiterate a couple of things. I see we have new people joining us, a few questions. Yes, I see a lot of great comments, a lot of great hearts. If you guys do have questions, I do have a couple of questions actually. So I know I have one that says, how do we track our ballot? Again, link in bio. You can do this tonight. You can do this tomorrow. Make sure there's no issues with your ballot. Make sure that it got counted. If there are issues with your ballot, feel free to contact your elected officials. See what you can do about this. But the overarching message that Rock the Vote wants to send is that so many people voted by mail, so many people early voted, and we're definitely going to see a great overwhelming amount of total voters, which is great, but we want everything accurately counted. Oh, I see a question. What if I voted using a provisional ballot? This is a great question. Many people had issues at the polls today, and I hoped that you were able to call 866-OUR-VOTE. If not, and you had to use a provisional ballot at the very, very last resort, you can still track your ballot in the morning and see what you can do with your local elected official. Everything varies by state still. So these are answers that we still need to wait for, and we are hoping that none of the media decides to call any winner tonight, as again, we want every single ballot counted. I have another question. Let me see. Great question. What happens if a candidate declares victory before results are certified? This is something that we are trying to not necessarily maintain, but we are pushing for the media to give us an answer tonight that is more surrounded in waiting out to letting the people decide, and that's through counting every ballot, through getting the answer that we want, through pure counts, pure accuracy, and giving everyone an extremely fair chance. I want to go back to the provisional ballot comment and how you can resolve that and how you can know if that was counted. You can resolve your eligibility by contacting your local elected official, which you can also do at the link in our bio. If you click how to vote in our link in bio, you can find your local elected official's number, their website, fax number, address. Maybe not go down there, but you can get all that information at rockthevote.org. Again, how to vote, click on your state. We have the entire country mapped out right on our website. You can click there and literally see all the information about your state on voting. And really what we're pushing for right now is knowing your rights and knowing how you can track your ballot and how you can make sure everything that you've done leading up until now is counted for and goes well. Absolutely. I see the people decide, candidates don't. And that's exactly what Rock the Vote is pushing for. We do not want to live in a system where candidates are able to dictate to us the winner. We want a genuine, fair shot at an election, which we deserve for turning out in a tremendous way that we have for 2020. So Rock the Vote thanks you guys all for everything that you guys done. The comments, the likes, the following, we have seen it all, and we see all of this turning into so much more in you guys being at the polls, which has always been our mission from the very beginning. This year, Rock the Vote celebrated 30 years, and we can't thank you guys enough for sticking with us and trusting us with your registration all the way down to you getting to the actual polls. So, if you guys need any more information, please, Rock the Vote answers all DMs. We answer all messages. We are here to be a resource for you guys. And please sign up for our election reminders, as we might be giving up more updates on the election should there be any recounts or future elections for runoffs. That's also very important, and another way your voice can be heard should this go into a longer journey than a lot of us have planned for. Keep following us for more updates, as tonight is not the end all be all. No matter if a winner is claimed or not, we are going to keep fighting for every ballot being counted. We are going to fight to make sure everyone's voice has been heard, because that is our complete mission and has been our mission for years and years. So again, if you have any questions, if you are still wondering what to do with your time, and I know this can be a bit nerve-wracking, but please practice patience. Use the hashtag count every ballot. Use the hashtag rock the vote, because we are here for you and we want this to be, again, fair and accurate. Yes, Paloma, you got that. Your mom's and you and your mom's ballot have been received. That's exactly what we're looking for. So again, track your ballot, contact your local elected official. Let's put pressure on them to count every single ballot until we name a winner of America. Thank you guys for joining us. Let us know if you need anything.